Hi, welcome to Matt Holman Golf. I thought we'd take a look at Robert Rock today. I think he's got a fantastic looking swing. It's in the style a little bit more. I know his influences are sort of Mako Grady and sort of Golf Machine. And it's a slightly different style, but I think in terms of that sort of model, I wouldn't say it's quite stack and tilt, but it's a little bit more along that line. But I think he does this the best out of those guys that try and swing it in that sort of manner. So let's take a look at his swing. So let's get a couple of lines on there. We've got a hand line, shaft plane line. We can check his head, see how much movement he has. So I think starting up, again, hands travel up very much up the hand line, club head travels up the shaft plane line, so very orthodox, very online. He's got a little bit of angle in the face there, so it hasn't over-rotated, and it's matching his spine. It's in that leading edge of the club face there, so it's very much matching his spine angle, which I think looks great. And then continuing on, he gets his arms. I like this position here. I mean, this is really orthodox. Arms very much in the centre of his chest, maybe just behind centre, shaft inside the ball. If you look at some of the Sean Foley guys, they tend to get it a little bit deeper at this point. And some of the stack and tilt guys, but I think he does this really well. The arms are still, slightly flatter than the centre of his chest, but still looking very orthodox, really, off whatever method you would work on. So this looks great. You can look at his head and his tailbone there, or his bum. It stayed perfectly in position, which we want to see. And everything keeps winding and turning up. Great looking top of the backswing position. The shoulders and left arm all very much in one plane. Short arm swing, it's compact, it's connected. It's a very consistent way to swing. Winding up a little bit more. I really like, in terms of, if we look at his shaft plane there at the top of his swing relative to his initial shaft plane, you can see they're pretty much parallel. Again, spot on plane. So now from here, he's in such a good position up. Look at his head again and tailbone position, haven't moved at all. He's in such a good position here. Now he can just transition and come really back down the line he went up on. So still in great angles here. Arms really back to where on the line they travelled up on. Let's check that out in. So if we said his arms are here, they're maybe going to go slightly in front of the area where they went up. So that was sort of the line up. His hand line there, line down, just slightly in front. But I really like this move. I mean, guys like Sam Snead exaggerated this move more. I think it's definitely a much safer way to play from a left arm that's fractionally inside, and then you work it out in front of you a little bit down. Now it's bang right in the centre of his chest, keeps the club shaft really out in front of him. Again, still retain those body angles. A nice passive release. I mean, you can see from the face there. Let's get all these lines off now and get a bit tidier. There's no excessive rotation of the face there through the ball, and then everything just keeps moving through. And he has this this is in this Mako Grady style, a little bit more stack and tilt style finish, but it's slightly restricted. But again, I really like the plane of his right arm now and shoulder, and everything's matching. So I mean, as a model for guys out there, again, this is certainly one to copy. Let's have a look from face on. So he's going to stay, works that left shoulder down a little bit more than some. Really retains his swing radius well. So that's the distance from the butt end of the club to his left shoulder. It's not increasing, it's not decreasing, he's really just retaining that distance, which is really important. So this looks great, and his left shoulder's worked down a little, right shoulder higher, so you can see that right arm above the left, and that allows him to reach this position where the club shaft points nicely inside the ball. When we start to see that right arm get too far under the left, the shaft angle usually will start to get too flat, and it will start to look sort of these sorts of angles. We continue on. So you can see he's very centered there. If anything, now you can just slightly see that head moves forward. Again, I don't mind this move at all. I like this move. He's going to go maybe half a head width forward, if anything, and then it will rock back a fraction. But his head is still forward of where it was at setup. So he's in a very covered position here. Fantastic looking line, which we want to see pretty much shoulder through club, all matching. And then he hold, you know, some players from here, you can see from this point here, this is where his swing just looks slightly different. He can now work his right shoulder sort of down a little bit, left shoulder up, and create a little bit more of a sort of C position than some would, and his head isn't releasing forward as quick as some other players. But you know, the ball's already gone, he's in such good positions to that point, and here do that to actually help him feel like he restricts the club face. So this movement and the, you know, he's got this nice straight left arm there, and left arm's noticeably above the right, so that's all really restricting any release over. There are other ways to do that as well, but this is the way he's chosen to do it. And you know, fantastic ball striker, certainly one the swings to copy.